4,030 pull-ups, 17 hours, one man, one mission, no quit. David Goggins didn't just break the Guinness World Record, he shattered the limits of what the human body and mind can endure. At 49 years old, this retired Navy SEAL and ultramarathon runner isn't just fit. He's become a living example of what happens when you refuse to accept your limitations. In this video, we're breaking down exactly how David Goggins built the body and mind of the toughest man alive, the brutal workout routine that keeps him ready for anything, 5 principles that fuel his legendary performance, his philosophy on mental toughness, and the journey that transformed him from an overweight exterminator into an icon of human potential. Stick around because by the end, you'll understand exactly how Goggins went from 297 pounds to becoming the standard by which toughness is measured, from hell to hero. Now imagine this, you're 24 years old, you weigh 297 pounds, you're working as an exterminator, spraying for cockroaches, and you're miserable. Then one night you see a documentary about Navy SEALs. Something clicks. You have 3 months to lose over 100 pounds just to qualify for SEAL training. David Goggins made it happen. He lost 106 pounds in 3 months through sheer willpower and brutal discipline. But making weight was just the beginning. Goggins didn't just attempt Navy SEAL training once, he did it 3 times. The first attempt ended with stress fractures, the second ended with pneumonia. The third time he made it through Hell Week and graduated with Bud S Class 235 in 2001. He proved that the mind is stronger than the body. Who is David Goggins? David Goggins was born on February 17th, 1975 in Buffalo, New York. His childhood was brutal. His father owned a roller skating rink, and behind that business was constant abuse. At just 6 years old, David worked night shifts while suffering beatings at home. When David was 8, his mother escaped with him and his brother to Indiana, but their new life came with challenges. David struggled in school due to a learning disability and developed a stutter from childhood trauma. He also faced racism in rural Indiana during the 1980s. After high school, David joined the Air Force, serving as a TACP from 1994 to 1999. After leaving, he worked pest control, gained weight, and lost direction. Then he saw that Navy SEAL documentary that changed everything. After becoming a SEAL, tragedy struck in 2005 when several friends died in Operation Red Wings. David honored them by running ultramarathons to raise money for fallen soldiers' families. He ran over 70 ultra-distance races, competed in the Ultraman World Championships, and placed 3rd in the legendary Badwater 135. In 2013, David set the Guinness World Record for most pull-ups in 24 hours with 4,030 in 17 hours. In 2018, he published Can't Hurt Me, which became a New York Times bestseller. Today, David works as an advanced emergency technician and wildland firefighter while continuing to push his limits. David Goggins' workout routine. David's workout routine isn't designed for comfort. It's designed to break you and rebuild you stronger. David wakes up at 3 a.m. every single day. His day starts with a 10 to 15 mile run. Not a jog, a run. He pushes the pace, embraces discomfort, and uses this time to build mental calluses. After his morning run, David hits the gym for weight training. His routine focuses on functional strength, not bodybuilding. He performs pull-ups, push-ups, squats, deadlifts, and core work. Everything is done with intensity and purpose. In the afternoon, David does another cardio session. This could be cycling for 25 miles, swimming, or another run. He believes in multiple training sessions per day to build endurance and mental toughness. David also incorporates stretching for 2 to 3 hours daily. After years of abuse on his body from ultramarathons and SEAL training, stretching has become essential for recovery and injury prevention. His weekly routine includes 6 days of intense training with 1 rest day. But even on rest days, David stretches and stays active. He doesn't believe in complete rest. His philosophy is simple: do something that sucks every single day. Whether it's running in the rain, doing burpees until failure, or pushing through when your mind screams quit, David trains his mind as much as his body. 5 principles. Goggins lives by number 1, the 40% rule. When your mind tells you you're done, you're only 40% done. Most people quit at the first sign of discomfort. David pushes past that mental barrier to access the other 60% of untapped potential inside every human being. Number 2, the cookie jar. David created a mental cookie jar filled with past victories and moments he overcame adversity. When things get hard, he reaches into that jar and reminds himself that he's conquered worse before. Number 3, accountability mirror. David stands in front of the mirror and confronts himself honestly. No excuses, no lies, just brutal truth about who he is and what needs to change. The mirror doesn't lie, and neither should you. Number 4, embrace suffering. Most people run from discomfort. David runs toward it. He believes suffering builds mental calluses that make you unstoppable. Every hard workout, every cold shower, every moment of pain makes you stronger. Number 5, stay hard. This is David's mantra. When life gets comfortable, you get soft. David constantly challenges himself with new goals, new races, and new missions. Comfort is the enemy of growth. David Goggins' life philosophy, beyond the workouts and the records, what defines David is his relentless pursuit of becoming uncommon amongst uncommon people. David doesn't believe in motivation. He believes in discipline. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline is showing up every single day, regardless of how you feel. David's life is built on routine, sacrifice, and doing things that suck, because that's where growth happens. David is brutally honest about his past. He doesn't hide his struggles with obesity, learning disabilities, or childhood trauma. Instead, he uses those experiences as fuel. He transformed his pain into power and his weaknesses into weapons. David also believes most people are living at a fraction of their potential. We've become soft, comfortable, and afraid of discomfort. David's mission is to wake people up and show them what they're capable of if they stop making excuses and start doing the work. Despite his tough exterior, David is deeply compassionate. He works as an emergency medical technician, saving lives in chaotic situations. He fights wildfires during summers, risking his life to protect communities. His toughness isn't about being cruel, it's about being prepared for life's hardest moments. David's philosophy is simple. You are not a victim. You have power. Use it. Stop waiting for permission. Stop making excuses. Go out and take what's yours. David Goggins' story isn't about genetics or luck. It's about a man who refused to accept the hand he was dealt and rebuilt himself from nothing. His workout routine is brutal and unforgiving. His principles are built on suffering and discipline. But what truly sets him apart is his mindset. David didn't just become tough. He built toughness one painful day at a time, proving that the only limits we have are the ones we accept.